while we continue talking about America's team, the Cowboys. They've already locked up a playoff spot. A lot of people wondering what's going to happen with the quarterback down the stretch with the playoff spot already in hand.
Yeah.
Let's listen to Jerry Jones on Tony Romo's future.
I want to do what gives us the best chance to have Tony contribute to a championship. And we're speaking about Tony right now, but I do want Tony to be ready to go in case that Dak should have an issue health-wise. And that gives us strength going into the playoffs. So not from the standpoint of necessarily protecting Dak, or protecting your quarterback when you've got the bye cinched or in the playoffs, but from the standpoint of having Tony the readiest to come in and play would be my immediate or quick assessment.
Dave, we got a legit or nah NFC East battle. Cowboys on the road at the Giants. Legit or not, Tony Romo should start this week.
That's the biggest nah I've heard him all year.
That's the question we got here.
Why in the world would you start Tony Romo now? No, nah. Not legit. Fugazi. Tony, I love you. You know that. I'm in your camp. Number 9, you've been a warrior. You've been there, done that. Not now.
Okay.
And you said it yourself. This is not the time for Tony Romo to start. This is Dak Prescott's time. Now, they go out and beat the Giants, and they wrap up the NFC East.
Okay.
They haven't done that yet, but they got a playoff spot. They're very close, honing in on that. If they win, they're going to do that. And then if Seattle falters, they could wrap this thing up as soon as this week. It's a possibility, a distinct one, but it's a possibility. Certainly in 2 weeks, they could wrap this thing up if they're 13-1. Then it's time for 9 to ride again. And it is because that I believe you got to make sure, God forbid, that Dak is not super Dak and he's immortal Dak and all of a sudden he gets injured.
Right.
And you got to go with the backup quarterback. Most teams don't have the luxury of playing the same guy all year. That in today's NFL, that's not
rare.
The norm,
Yep.
right? So you got to see at some point. Look at New England; they went through 3 quarterbacks trying to figure out. Jacoby Brissett gets hurt, and Brady was out for 4 weeks. I mean, that's the normal way to go. Is that you got issues and somebody's got to fill in. We haven't had that down in Big D because Dak's been so durable so far and so good. So until they wrap it up, I don't play Tony. But when they do wrap it up, and if they do wrap it up, I would play him. And I do think it's get some ring rust off of him because he hasn't played, and he did. These are major back surgeries that he's coming off of and collarbone injuries that he's had. These are not like, pull the hammy.
Oh, no.
These are legit injuries. So, yeah, maybe, once they've wrapped it up, if they wrap it up, you play Dak for a half, and then you let Tony go the second half. That's not disrespectful to Tony. He's got to play.
At some point. Just in case.
And the only other thing, the only reason why I would not do it, and the only people that know this answer are Jason Garrett and certainly Jerry Jones. If Dak still needs the work, and I don't know that he does. I don't think he does, but that's from the outside looking in. They might say we still have some more wrinkles.
Okay.
How much can you actually learn in 12 weeks on-the-job training? That's what he's gotten. Maybe you keep going with it and you don't want to break that flow, and he's still learning every game. And Dak's going to tell you, I'm sure he's a better quarterback today than he was in week 1.
Much better.
So he might actually still need the reps. But if he doesn't, and Jera, you know that, and Jason, you know that, then I go to 9 and let him play out the string.
Yeah, but this week, though, Sunday Night Football,
Nah.
still a lot on the line. Got to have Dak Prescott out there starting.